Hello everyone, FunshineX here. Welcome to my server play of the Horizons Daybreaker pack, available on the FTB Launcher. This is the sequel to the original Horizons pack, and it's a lot of tech. There's a little bit of magic, but a lot of tech, and it has a Galacticraft. So we are going to play. I'm on a server with Landstryder, Dornall, ESK Gaming, and Bishop. I don't really know Bishop very well, but I'm sure we'll get to know him as we play. And I think Landstryder's saying invites out to a few other people. So, it's getting dark, I might as well go inside. Let me give you a small base tour. I've played for a couple days on the server. Haven't really shown much that I can, show off. But just I've got a lot of resources so that we can get going right into it and see what this pack is all about. Alright, so let's get inside as it's getting dark and there are mobs spawning all around me. You can see I am in a mesa biome. This is all just temporary until we get into space. I don't plan to spend very much time in the overworld. I would like to live in space. That's just me. In here, Daybreaker's interesting because it's got a lot of mods that don't get used as often in other packs. There are some staples, things like, NEI, things that are in every pack. But they don't want to put in, like, thermal expansion or MFR or, what's another one? I don't know, any of the really common mods, right? They want to put in some new ones. So there's a lot of mods I know nothing about at all. So we're going to have fun and explore them. Hopefully you guys can help me out in the comments with how to do some of these mods. And there's also just a lot of just kind of utility mods. And a lot of them are redundant. They kind of both serve a purpose. We've got storage drawers and enhanced inventories. Why do you need both? It's just so you can pick whatever you like best. So I've got storage drawers down here and enhanced inventories lockers up here, just because. As you remember from my other pack, the lockers are really good when you want to put them on a chest somewhere where you've got something above them. So normally you wouldn't be able to open a chest, but the locker opens fine, right? Okay, so in here I've got some various ingots, not too much, nothing to shake a stick at, right? Started getting these things from Essentia Craft 3, these little drop crystals. Not really sure everything that they do, but I started to collect them. I've got, yeah, nothing really else that's too interesting. This Magnanimous gems, they come from Magnanimous trees. Really, really, really good end game, or early game tools, because you can make a hammer. It'll take 7 Magnanimous gems, 3 magnanimous twigs to make the stick, and then 10 levels of enchanting. And then you get a 3x3 hammer with pretty decent durability, and it can be enchanted. So, yeah, get one of these. I called mine the Moving Company. Also, if you don't want to go magnanimous, you can go the other way and get Clockwork stuff. I'm going to show that in a minute. But both of those are really good for early tools. You've also got blue power, so the Sapphire, the Ruby, and the Emerald Axe are really nice. Is it Emerald? What's the gem? Amethyst, sorry. Emeralds got added to Minecraft, so we added Amethyst. Yeah, I've got some other stuff just from exploring various chests and villages, that kind of stuff. Anything else in here interesting? Nope, mob drops, living things. A couple more ores I need to process, and then just random blocks. I've got a ton of this Mithraline dust, which comes whenever you mine lapis. So I've got 1,300 of that, and a ton of clay, too. Over here I got my bed. Over here I got my enchanting area. I could use a torch. Oh, hello. Little mob farm action here. Okay, maybe I won't put a torch in here. No, I need to. And again, yeah, this is not very decorated or anything because it's all temporary. In here, I didn't want to go straight up normal. I think the standard ore processing in this pack is Mekanism because it's so versatile and so easy to do. To get up to double and triple and quintuple your ores. I want to do something different, so I went with Engineer's Toolbox. In the middle one here, I've got a modular socket that's got a Stirling generator in the front. Energy outputs on the other side. Problem is this guy only generates 10 RF a tick, and both the machines I've attached him to use 10 RF a tick, so I can only power one at a time, which is a little bit kind of bummer. And on the top, I've got an item input being fed by a hopper, so I can put charcoal in there. This one is, over here is the grinder. It's got a inventory interface on the back, so I can see how much stuff is in there being processed. It's got a machine output on the left, so everything that's ground will come in here. It's got a energy input on the right to get energy, and an item input on the top to get ores. I just put ores in there. So ores go in, are exported here. I probably should rearrange this setup so that ores automatically get put in this furnace. I'll do that at some point. I just wanted to get these running. And yeah, so this one's very similar to the grinder. If you have any questions on how this is set up, maybe I'll do a tutorial on Integer's Toolbox. It's a really cool mod. Okay, so that's that room. That's kind of like ore processing room, even though I've used like none of it. Over here, I've got a few things. We've gotten started with Clockwork Phase and also with Equivalent Exchange. I'm super happy to do Equivalent Exchange. Magic Bear got cut short before we got into Equivalent Exchange, so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to play with it, but now we're going to play with it, and not only play with it, but exploit it to the max. I'm not going to go mining ever again, right? Okay. Well, there are some mods, there's quite a few mods actually, that have not integrated with Equivalent Exchange yet, so you can't like produce tin and copper yet, which is a bummer, so I guess I do have to go mining. Clockwork Phase, if you want to get started it, make with the Clockwork Assembly Table, piece of cake. Come in here and add a bunch of gears, just, you know, up to 9 gears, I think. Yep, 9 gears. It'll create the gear here. Put your little wind-up thing and then surround it with iron and keep upgrading it, upgrading it, upgrading it to get more winding stuff. And then you combine them there. So I've got a Clockwork Pickaxe with 85,000 tension. That's not that much. That's its durability, basically, you can think of. It's got a little bit of memory. That's where that 25 seconds comes in. Oh, Esk is on the server. Anyway, it's got a little bit of memory in there so I can get the time phase sand. I don't remember the name of it. I haven't played too much in this pack yet, so, or in this mod. But yeah, I've got that, and I've also, my armor, as you saw, is made out of clockwork, and that's got 130,000 tension apiece. That's basically 64, a stack of 64 iron on each mainspring. That one I got enchanted, level 30 enchant, gave me prot 3. Are you kidding me? I still need to enchant those when I get more levels. There's a couple bag mods in this pack. It's called Iron Backpacks. Is the end of the main one. You build a basic one. You can upgrade it just like iron chests to an iron, to gold, to a diamond, that kind of thing. What else? I think that's about it as far as what I do. I've got disassembly, and here's the winder. So this is kind of how you repair your clockwork tools. I guess I need to wind my boots up here. I wish there was a winder that you could jump on and would like recharge your armor maybe or something. I don't know. I have to take my armor off to repair it. Okay, let's talk about Equivalent Exchange. That's what I want to get into today, and actually a sub-mod of Equivalent Exchange that somebody created. I'll come on TeamSpeak in a bit. How you start with Equivalent Exchange. You're going to build 3 basic items, technically 4 because that's 2. Start off with the Calcinator. 3 iron, 4 stone. Build the little base, which is 7 iron, 2 stone. Build the little top, the bell, which is 7 glass. Put those all together. You're also going to want the research station, which is iron, stone, and a wood slab. And then you're going to want this book, which is a book and a minium dust and an alidel. Let's talk about the dusts. To get the various dusts, dragon fight. Sure. It's hardcore ender in this pack, so I'm not sure if I'll be ready with that armor I have. Anyway, let's go with the get the different dust. So if you want some ash, that's the basic dust. You need to burn in your calcinator anything that has a value, a energy value, matter energy of 0 to 64. So anything you come in here and you hit shift on, some of it will say exchange energy. So ash has exchange energy of 1. So why burn something more than 1? That would be silly. Don't use the 0 to 64. Just say burn something that's worth 1. Because you're only going to get 1 out. And so the easiest thing to do is burn cobble. So just put a cobble in here in this calcinator, and it's going to melt down. You'll get an ash. To get the next one, the green one, is verdant dust. This one you burn anything from 64 to 2048. Burn an obsidian. It happens to be worth exactly 64. Next one is the azure dust. You can get this one with an ash and 32 verdant and an alidel. Do not do this. That would be really silly. That's 32 obsidian and a cobble. Don't do that. Just come over here and you can see anything from 2048 to 8192, which happens to be... Wait, are you done? Okay, yeah, it was just a little visual glitch. This mod does have a few visual glitches every once in a while. Just know that Polymars, it's pretty new, even though he's been working on it for 3 years. It's only been released recently, so there's still issues with it. That's got the Azure Dust. And lastly, the Minium Dust. You can get it with 4 Azure and Azure. Don't do that. Just put in a diamond. It has 8192 exactly. So there you go. That's how you get your 4 dusts. You can then also get a couple levels of coal. You know, the basic coal in Minecraft. If you burn in an Aladel one piece of coal with either 32 Verna Dust or 1 Azure Dust, or you can do 4 coal at a time with a Minium Dust. I would not do that. I would do this recipe here. 1 coal to 1 Azure. That basically means you're doing, for every gold ingot, you're upgrading your coal. I guess that's okay. I'll show you how to get these a lot easier in a minute. But alchemical coal is going to burn a lot faster. It has a value of 2880, and this is only 32. So this will just burn a long time. You can upgrade that to Mobius fuel the same way, just with 7 Azure or 2 Minion. So it's going to be almost 2 diamonds to upgrade that. And the last one is Eternalis. So you're going to take your Mobius, which is already 2 diamonds, and add 14 more. So 16 diamonds to get the Eternalis, basically, is what you're looking at. But this one is 131,000 exchange energy. You know what this is great for? Storage. There's no Matter ME systems in this pack. That was the other one I forgot earlier to mention of common mods that are not in here. So you're going to have a lot of chests and storage and everything. Why not just collapse everything into Matter energy and store it as Eternalist fuel? That's what I plan to do. I'm not going to burn Eternalist fuel ever, I don't think, unless I put it in some kind of furnace, you know, like in an engine that takes fuel and it could burn forever, basically. But I plan to use that as mainly as storage. A lot of the other things are work in progress. They have items and some of them have textures, but anything that says WIP, don't build. A lot of them will crash your game if you try and use them. There are some things that do work, like the chemical chests are back, and these are just very large chests, so you kind of upgrade a chest with some dust, and you get it, the better one. Blue, I guess the red would be very, very, very large, probably the size of a diamond chest. Has block forms of everything. You've got the chalk. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, after you get those different dusts... Oh, did I not... I think it's out of visual glitch again. There we go. After you get the 4 dusts, you want to build 9 ash-infused stone. And these are really easy. You put stone with ash, and you get these ash-infused stone. Once you have those, place them in a 3x3 pattern. I can't really show you because I've already done it, but just put them in a 3x3 pattern. And then you're going to want to get some chalk. Chalk is very easy. Bone meal and clay. It's a block that you then put on the ground, break with a pick, and you'll get these little chalk pieces. Those are used to draw circles on this ash-infused stone. So I hit I think it's default to V, is the increase the size of, and Shift V to decrease the size of. I increased it to fill a 3x3 area, which is what you need for the transmutation tablet. Then take an empty hand, Shift right click on the rune here, and it'll make this little multi-block. All right? Once you have this, you are in business. Make sure you have that book that I told you to build. Bring it over to the research station and put it on the right side. Then put anything you want to learn how to make using exchange energy on the left side. So if I want to make ash, I would put it here. And because it has all this paper or symbols here, that means I already know it. So let's put the Azure Dust in here. And the thing about this, learning it consumes the item. So it doesn't take any energy or anything to learn it other than the item itself. So yeah, so now I can make that blue dust. I know how to make it. I'll do the red. So I'm wasting basically an obsidian, a gold ingot, and a diamond to learn these, but you're going to see it's going to be awesome. All right. And if you want to learn a bunch of things really fast, you can hook up a hopper to the back and put a chest on there, and you can just drop tons of things in your chest. Oh, I should have put a locker here. I just talked about how you can store it in drawers. Oh well. Anyway, so we now know all these things. We can take that book out and right-click on it and actually show everything that I've learned. So you can see I've already learned a bunch of things. And you cannot not learn anything that doesn't have an exchange value. So this has exchange energy 1. That means I could learn the slab, and I actually have. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, right there. But something like the research station does not. Oh, it does. Okay, sorry, I lied. Is there anything in here that doesn't? Most of the equivalent exchange stuff does, because that's the mod, right? Let's look up copper. Copper ingot. Here we go. Let's see if there's any copper ingots with an exchange value. No, none of them do. That's a bummer. So that means I cannot learn copper. If I put copper in this, it won't even go in the book. So it'll stop your hopper from even working. All right. So once you have a bunch of items learned, just learn anything you want to learn to make easily, and then put it in here. And here's where the overpoweredness comes in. On these slots on the left, you can put in items that have exchange energy value. So let's put like a charcoal up here. And you can see, actually, let me clear this thing out. It's got some residual energy in here. Let me just grab some cobble. Sort by energy value. Let's grab some dirt. Oh, never mind, I grabbed apples. So that's one of the issues. Shift clicking kind of screws up and gives you the wrong thing a lot of the times. So here we go. We know that charcoal is worth 32. So if I put something worth 32 in here, it's going to show me all the items that I have learned that are less than 32. Okay, so here's all the items, and I've sorted them by energy value increasing. So, and I've sorted it by here, energy value. If this ever happens when it blanks out, just take your book out, put your book back in. You can also search here. So if I want to make flint, you can see flint. I've learned flintstone and flint. And then if I want to get it, I just pull it out. So this is worth 4. So 32 minus 4 is 28. All right, 28. And I can just keep pulling them out. Shift click, and now I've got 8 flint. Awesome. Or 10 flint. I think it's a sync issue. It must be. Okay, so I basically put in a piece of charcoal, and I got 10 flint? 8 flint? How did I get 8? Because I only had 32 times. Yeah, I think I just duped something there. Because now I've got 40. There must have been something left over when I took the apples out. Anyway, trust me, it works. There's just some glitches when you use this and you shift click. So sometimes it's better not to. Or to sort down so you only see one item. Okay. Yeah, I'm still pulling out items. Alright, now the energy value is 0, I assume. Really? Right, so that's how you learn the items, that's how you make the items. So this pack happens to have a ton of lapis. If you go mining with your little hammer here down at... Oh, hi Landstryder. What's he doing? Anyway, I'll join him in TeamSpeak in a minute and I can show him the base. He's sad. I could be the old man. Get off my lawn! Let's say that. What's he got for me? He's got me something. What is that? An ender crystal container. Alright, I don't... Alright, I have no idea what it does. It'll probably eat the world if I use it. And he teleports. He's got like some Star Trek mod. He has like a phaser, and he can matter replicate stuff, and he can teleport. Although it didn't make the cool teleport visual. Okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, this pack has a ton of lapis. If you take your hammer down there to bedrock level, you're just going to get lapis like 5 stacks. Lapis happens to be worth 864 points, which is a lot. So just take your stack of lapis. Let's just do 32. Come over here, dump it all in here. Half a stack, 27,000, worth 3 diamonds and a little bit left over. So yeah, if you ever need diamonds, just exchange it. Cool. So yeah, this mod is overpowered. I will admit that totally, but I'm not here. We're not playing a skyblock. We're not doing a hardcore quest thing. We're just having fun. And when you're having fun, you might as well play mods that are in the pack the way they're intended. Good and great. We're 20 minutes in. I didn't even get to what I wanted to get to, and that is a mod that's been added. It's not by Pahmart. It's by, I don't know, actually. It's called Simple Condensers. And it's just a few, let's see, simple, it's 5 items. If you remember Cloven Exchange 2, we had these condensing chests where you would put in any item and it would suck in its matter, energy, whatever, and condense it into another item that you specified. So you could specify diamond and then just pump in cobble. And as soon as you got, what, 8,192 cobble, it made a diamond for you. Bam! And you were done. That doesn't exist in EE3. I'm not sure if Pahmart plans to add it or not because it was one of the more overpowered parts of the pack. However, it was also one of the most versatile because it allowed for really cool builds like the flower build, the wool farm, the milk farm that Sky and I created and everybody copied. Yeah, so I'm all for the condenser. It's really cool. So let's start off making the verdant, and we'll see if we can upgrade it all the way to the minium. It's just we're going to work faster, basically, the upgraded ones. We can see the verdant condenser is a Galadin, Geladin? I don't know. Galadin? There's so many ways you could pronounce that word. With 8 verdant dust. So let's come back in here. I'm going to dump off my diamonds, all this crap that I pulled out of here. Actually, I want to keep my ash. And let's see, can we grab a... What was it? It was 8 green dust. So search for verdant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. There we go. Yeah, I had plenty. So 8 verdant dust and a let's call it gelatin. It's a gelatin jiggler star. Okay. It says press shift for recipe. Make a 3x3x3 structure. So a 3x3 cube with ash-infused stone, with a large alchemical chest in the center. Right-click the center of any side with a Surrey star and 8 minium dust on your person. Okay, so let's get the, it's going to be 3x3, it's 27 minus 1, 26 ash-infused stone. So I can make that easy. That's 2 value tick. I wish you could tell it how much you wanted to pull out. That would be nice. Or maybe like right-click to pull out a stack would be cool. All right, so there's our ash-infused stone. Now we need, it said a Surrey star? A Surrey star is ash-infused stone with a minium dust. So we'll pull out one more. We'll pull out a minion dust. This is the diamond one. Okay, and we can get those cooking in our Aladel. It's pretty smart about knowing where to put these. I don't know if it matters where you put it or not. And actually, you probably shouldn't cook with charcoal. Just cook with wood, since you can exchange it so easily. Okay, so that's our Surrey, something like that. And we needed 8 minium dust in our inventory. Wow, that's 8 diamonds. We're going to need some more. How much is this thing worth? Oh, 1 diamond. That's kind of boring. So we needed 6 more. I'm going to bring like 12 just so we have enough for anything we want to make, really. Oh, we got to make that alchemical chest, yeah, so I will need more. All right, so put in that, and now go back to minion. Oops, I put too many. Okay, so we've got our 8 minium dust and our Surrey stone. We've got our cube here. This will be used later. And now we need the large alchemical chest. So back over to E3. Okay. Oh, blood alchemy. Okay, so large alchemical chest is a chest with 8 more minium dust. Okay, this is going to be quite a bit here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I need a chest. Actually, I think I had chest research. Oh, well. So, chest, minium... Oh, no, don't burn you. And I need something else because I ran out of fuel already. Let's get just a piece of wood. So, yeah, I like peeling out pieces of wood. They're only worth 8. Okay, and that is going to finish that off. That'll give us our large alchemical chest, and now we just have to go craft the multi-block and click on it. So, should be good to go. Where do I want to put this ender thing? I'm getting nervous. AppleMilkTea is kind of an interesting mod. Alright, so that leads down to my mine, by the way, and that leads across to the other side of the plateau. We can take a look. This uses a really cool world generation. It's called like realistic world gen. And so you get these really cool rivers with the kind of the fertile valley on either side. You get a lot of mesa and desert sand biomes. So you can see there's a mesa here, there's a mesa here, there's a mesa here. You get a lot of them. But you get some really cool generation. This is like a big, huge desert that has sand dunes. They look really cool. And then the snow over here, this mountain is like 180 blocks tall. It's huge. This here is kind of like a wetland, so you've got the river coming in from the delta, which is a really cool area, and then you've got all this like kind of, I don't know, really cool river area. Really fertile. Who's that? I don't even know who built there. I don't know. Maybe that's S house? No, I don't think so. He's building something completely different. Yeah, but you can also get these giant mountains. That's a really big mountain peak. You get some really cool volcanoes. And I don't think volcanoes are generated by this generation, but they blend in pretty well. I think that's blue power generating the volcanoes. And anyway, so that's the map. Landstryder and Dornall are over here. I really don't know where ESK or Bishop are. Yeah, here's one problem with the world gen of the volcanoes is the snow falls weird on some of the mountains, and snow falls weird on the volcano tonight. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's build this thing. So it's at a 3x3. Do we have room here? I want to go outside, but it's dark. It's dark outside. Oh, it's getting light. Okay, we can kill a creeper or two. Where are you? I see. Let's jump. I don't want them to land on me. Where are you? Skeleton over there. Creeper over there. Man, they are everywhere. Okay, we're pretty safe here. It's got fast leaf decay. One of my favorite things. Yay! So, all right. So 3x3. And I want a large alchemical chest in the middle. And then we click on any of the sides with our Surrey Star and 8 minium dust in our inventory. Click on the middle. There we go. Oh my goodness. I was like flew over there and then I lost it. There we go. So we use up the Surrey Star in the process. So this thing is, it's about worth like maybe 16, 17 diamonds. This one little thing. And you can see its exchange energy is about that. And if I wanted to just sacrifice this thing into my research journal, I could, and then I could just make them easily in the transmutation tablet again if I have 73,000 exchange energy. But I don't want to. If I have to make one of these again, I'll just make it. It wasn't that hard to make. Okay, quickly over here, I'll show you this is just a simple tree farm using progressive automation. So I've got a stone chopper in there with 24 upgrades. That makes it a 5x5 area. Got an RF engine, which is made like this, and that means it can accept RF power. So I've got a generator here from progressive automation. You just put coal in, and generates 80. I think the iron one is 80 RF a tick, and it can store 80k. So whenever I put an axe in here, which I've got plenty of, it should start chopping down all the trees. I get the saplings, I get the wood, and it's pretty good. I usually just let it build up, you know, a ton of trees, and then I put the axe in there. You know, let this axe just completely run out, let all the saplings plant and grow, and then go out and manually harvest it. Okay. So, that we have the gelatin star and 8 verdant, and we need something that burns. There we go. And that's going to get our simple condenser. If we look at condensers here, we've got the azure, which is a verdant with 16 azure dust, and then the minium is a azure with 32 minium dust. That would be 32 diamonds. Wow. But it might be worth it. Let's see how fast the green one goes, and if it's just too slow, then we will upgrade it. All right. Issue, there we go. Verdant condenser. we can just put that, let's put it right here for now. And you can see we've got a readout of how much equivalent exchange energy is in here. On the left is the item you want to make, I think. Let's see. So let's say I want to make wood. And if I put in saplings... Oh, I need my book. Oh, you have to... I think you have to know how to make that item. So let's get the book out of here. I'll probably just make a second book to store in here. Now I don't remember where the book goes. Let's see. Let's put the book there. Nope. Let's put the book here. Wood there, and saplings. There you go. So it turned over the saplings into however many equivalent exchange value they were worth, and now it's making wood for me. Pretty cool. So I can do that with seeds. Seeds are worth 8, so I made 2 wood out of that. I can do the same with flesh. So basically anything, this is basically a trash can. Anything I don't like, I can throw in here, as long as it has some equivalent exchange energy, and it'll combine it into whatever I want. Diamonds, Turnless fuel, yeah, anything like that. So it's just kind of a faster way. You could just put them all in here and trade up, but it would take a long time, right? It would be tedious. And that was pretty slow to generate that, so I might upgrade them. We'll see. So let's take my book back and put the book in here. Alright guys, we're at our limit. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Horizons Daybreaker. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to follow and retweet me at FunctionX on Twitter. I'm not going to play this one every day. This is probably going to be a once or twice a week update where I kind of build a bunch of stuff, do a base tour of what I've done, and then kind of spotlight something new, like we did with equivalent exchange today and matter condensers, simple condensers. So if you have something in this pack that you have questions about, or you don't know what a certain mod does and want me to explore it, let me know and I'll try and figure it out. A lot of these are new to me too, so if I derp, feel free to put it in the comments. I'm never afraid of getting derped and flamed and whatever. You guys do that all the time for me, and I just brush it off and I learned something, right? So constructive criticism, put it in the comments. Until next time, hope you guys come back for the next episode. I'll see you later. This has been FunctionX. Bye.